So what exactly do I mean when I say how to create ability items in Minecraft? Well, I mean whenever you throw an item, you get an effect, in this situation, speed, and then after about 5 seconds, you get another one. Okay, well that's the explanation. Straight into the tutorial. So there's two parts of this ability, and that's the actual giving of the effect after you use the item, and then there's the cooldown, which can be however long you want it to be. In this case, it's 5 seconds. So every item in Minecraft has a name. So if I were to drop this stone and I were to kill the stone using kill at e type equals item, it would say killed stone. And if I do the oak plank, it would say killed oak plank. So you're going to want to remember this when coming up with the names for the items. So all you got to do is drop the rabbit's foot and then kill all items. And then you can see it says killed rabbit with a capital R and then an apostrophe S and then capital F in foot. The capitalization is very important. So you're gonna run this command at the location of a item that has the name of an entity that has the name of rabbit's foot. So whenever you drop the rabbit's foot, it'll run a command to the closest player at the rabbit's foot and it'll give them speed. And then we're gonna skip this command block because this is part of the cooldown, and then go up to this one, and it's as simple as just killing the rabbit's foot. And then when you combine these two command blocks, you basically get the effect where you drop the rabbit's foot and then you get speed. Now, before I go into the tutorial, I want to clarify that there's two ways to detect if the player drops the rabbit's foot, and the current way that I'm doing it is whenever you drop the rabbit's foot, by default, it's just gonna be closest to you when you first drop it. So that's why we're using the @p tag, which runs the command relative to the nearest player. But the alternate way to do it is actually through a scoreboard value, where you can test for if a player has dropped an item. And this works and all, and that's good, but for simplicity's sakes, I feel like @p is easier to understand and can help get the point across of how you can do something that might be slightly more optimal. But I feel like @p is a little bit more beginner friendly rather than reusing a scoreboard for not only counting of dropping items and for a timer. So that'll work in most cases, but what if you want it to be on a cooldown or you get a new one afterwards? Basically, all you're going to want to do is create a new scoreboard value. So scoreboard objectives add, and then you can name it whatever you want. In this case, we're going to name it speed ability. Capitalization doesn't matter and spelling doesn't matter. You just name it whatever you want. And then for the criteria, it'll be a dummy. And basically, this just allows it to count for us. It doesn't serve any purpose aside from us just allowing to assign a number to the scoreboard. So now that you have the scoreboard for the speed cooldown, how exactly are we going to use that to actually have a cooldown? Basically, if the scoreboard value is 0, which it is right now, nothing will be happening. But once it's set to anything higher than 1, it'll start constantly raising the scoreboard value. So we start simple with the exact same command in this command block, but instead of it giving you speed, it gives you the scoreboard value assigned that you made to the value of 1. And then all you have to do is, if someone has a scoreboard value of 1, then constantly up the value of that scoreboard. Sorry, editing Ryuga here. So just to explain this command a little bit more, this @e with the square brackets, scores equals curly brackets, speed ability equals 1 dot dot. So this 1 dot dot basically means anything greater than 1. So if you grant the speed ability of anything of 1, then it'll immediately start ticking up 20 times per second. And once you have that going, all you have to do is assign when you want the scoreboard to end, and then give them the new item, and reset the scoreboard back to 0 to reset the timer. Now keep in mind, there is 20 ticks per second in Minecraft, and every second this scoreboard value will go up. So 100 would mean 100 ticks, which would mean 5 seconds. And there you have it. That's all you have to do to make a simple speed ability. That's awkward. Probably should turn these on. Alright. And there you have it. That's all it takes to make a simple item ability in Minecraft using command blocks with a cooldown.